starting out with a bang here. We've got our introduction. Now, you've heard me say this throughout all the other courses, throughout the other exams, and in this as well. We want to get a good mindset and put on what hat are we wearing. Now, in this case, we're wearing the hat of an auditor or a practitioner. Specifically here, we are a practitioner. We could be an auditor, right? We can be an auditor, but a practitioner is the general term for anyone who does any of these engagement types. So from a pure definition, a practitioner is a person actively engaged in an art, discipline, or profession. Super cringeworthy joke here, but now while some may say being an accountant is a profession, here we're going to say it's an art. I'm incredibly comical. Now, a practitioner, for the purposes of our exam, this is the individual or firm. Now, if we, generally speaking, these people are going to work for a firm in examples throughout the course that conducts an engagement. This may be an audit, examination, review, preparation, tax service, etc. If some of these don't make sense to you yet, we are introducing ourselves here to the course. We are going to dive in. I'm going to say this a million times throughout the course, but we are going to think of these engagement types as a menu. Think of yourself as either serving at a restaurant or yourself are ordering something at a restaurant. The person ordering something at the restaurant is the client. One serving the courses is the practitioner. You could serve an audit, an examination. Some are cheaper than others. Some are more in depth than others. Some have spices. That's what we're thinking about as we go in here. There are different reasons for each of these engagement types. Otherwise, they wouldn't exist. Now, the practitioner does not have to be CPA. However, as we're going to see, a CPA eventually has to be the one to sign off on the work performed by the practitioner and ultimately be responsible for it. This isn't always the case for every engagement type, and it's really not going to be too critical to understand the differences there. For example, there's just going to be possibly a preparation engagement you may not have to have a CPA sign off on. Not too important for the exam, but generally speaking, specifically an audit, review, some of these other ones, the heftier engagements, we'll see that you don't have to be a CPA, so you may just see that in questions where, we say that the CPA is doing the audit, or we say that the accountant's doing an audit. That's just me, again, laying the groundwork for what you're going to see in questions, what you're going to see throughout a lot of the material. Now, many times throughout the lectures, I'm going to use engagement and audit interchangeably. This is due to the fact that many topics such as documentation, right? Making sure that you properly document what you did during an engagement, planning out the engagement, what you communicate during the engagement, are going to have many similarities. Now, any differences in engagement types and what we're going to do, I'm going to make it clear. I'm going to point out the difference. However, generally speaking, if we're, let's say, in these topics that refer to all engagement types, if I say that the auditor does this or the practitioner or during the engagement or audit, I may do that interchangeably. Now, in a perfect world, would I say it properly? Yes, I would. But in this case, it doesn't matter too much. And this is me going through, what do we got? Hundreds of hours of videos. Oh, man, we're having a good time. But yeah, really trying to hit at the main points, what you're going to see for questions and points, free points, hopefully on the exam. Here we go. Another point. Let's get our mindset clear. You can think of us as the auditor, like an investigator. We're verifying everything the client says and digging for the truth to reaffirm the client's financial statements and assertions. You ever wanted to grow up to be a detective? Now's your chance. I mean, yeah, a lot of accountants, a lot of CPAs will go on to work in that sort of field. I mean, this really lends itself well to that. There were a lot of people in college, I remember, who wanted to go into specific types of auditing where you really would be, whether it's kind of more tax auditing or forensic accounting was a hot topic. I don't know if any of you work there. I hope you're enjoying it. No matter where you work, I hope you're enjoying your career so far. But that's kind of the thought process. We are trying to dig up the truth. Now, we're reaffirming. We're not trying to catch someone in a lie. Well, I mean, if they are lying, we are trying to catch them in a lie. But we're trying to just get to the truth no matter what it is. We're going to see professional skepticism. We're not going to accuse people of things, but we're just going to verify what they say. Trust, but verify. Well, don't trust, but verify. Take what they say and then verify it. Just me going on some phrases throughout the course of our history. Moving on here. Hey there. Are you ready to not only pass your CPA exams, but truly understand and enjoy the material while studying? I know it seems impossible, right? Especially to enjoy the material. We'll do it together. Tap into the power of cpa.examprep.ai, where we've got personalized quizzes, multiple choice questions, memorization guides, flashcards, simulations, all tailored to your learning. Our adaptive study planning puts you on the fastest path to success and lifts you back up if you fall behind. Avoid wasting your precious time and money attempting an exam with a low chance of passing, because who wants that? We want to get you through this process as quick as possible. Our exam readiness prediction lets you walk in with confidence, knowing that you're prepared for success on exam day. Thankfully, there's no payment method needed to get started. So why don't you come join us? Visit cpa.examprep.ai and let's achieve your exam success together.